This is our new letter that we're going to be looking at. Most of us already know the sound this letter makes, but we're going to go ahead and review it so that we can put it into some words. Okay, so this is a picture of a kite. And what is the first sound we hear in kite? Good. It makes the same sound as the letter C. It makes that same sound. All right, and notice how the limbs on a kite kind of look like the crisscross bars that make up a kite. Okay, so we've got our new letter K. Tell me if you hear this sound K in these words. All right, your first word is soak. Soak. Do you hear the K sound in soak? All right, our next word is bike. Bike. Do you hear K in bike? Okay, how about goat? Goat. Do you hear K in goat? No, it's not there. Okay, let's look at our houses. Tell me where you hear the K sound in the word shoe. Shoe. Do you hear K in shoe? Nope, it's not there. I tried to trick you. Okay, here's the next one. How about kitchen? Kitchen. Kitchen. Where did we hear the K sound? That's right, it's in that front room. Okay, one more. How about market? Market. 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 I want to go to market to buy some groceries. Market. Mark it. It's right there in the middle room. Okay, let's look at how we write a K. How do we write one? So we're going to start, this is another Santa Claus letter. So it starts way up here on the roof and it's going to go all the way down through the ceiling to the floor. Then we're going to pick our pencil back up. We're going to start in the attic. Yes, that's right. We start in the attic and we're going to draw a line to the ceiling. And then we're going to start on the ceiling and draw a line to the floor. Okay, let's try again. Start on the roof and draw a line down to the floor. Then start in the attic and draw a line to where the ceiling touches our first line. So right there where our ceiling touches the first line. And then we're going to start there again and go down to the floor. What you don't want to do is start on the roof with both lines because this makes a capital K. So we want to make sure that we're starting in the middle of the attic to go to our line. Don't start on the roof because this is the capital K and we're trying to make a lowercase k. Okay, let's put it into some words. Okay, so we need to have a vocabulary paper ready. Remember, we folded a piece of paper into 4 sections and then we drew the lines for those sections so that we would know where to put our different vocabulary words. So let's just make a new one here. We're going to fold it in half and fold it in half again. Then when we open it up, we've got 4 squares for 4 new vocabulary words. Just take your pencil and trace those lines that you just folded. We're going to put our first word, which is keel. We're going to take this word keel and we're going to put it at the top of our square. We're going to draw a picture of a keel and then we're going to write a sentence using the word keel. A keel is a board on the bottom of the boat that is used to steer the boat. So when you're driving a car, you would turn the steering wheel, which is attached to the tires. And when the tires turn, the car turns. But in a boat, you don't have tires. So when you turn the steering wheel on the boat, it is attached to the keel, which is on the bottom of the boat. I have a picture of another keel. Here's this one. So here's a bigger boat, and you see the keel at the bottom that he is cleaning or repairing down there at the bottom of the boat. So this is a keel, and it is used to steer a boat. Okay, our next word is the word meek. Meek. So you're going to write meek at the top of your next square. We're going to draw a picture here, and we're going to write a sentence using the word meek. Okay, a meek animal is one that is shy and quiet and gentle. If you were to try to walk up to a bird that is sitting in your front yard, would you be able to actually just walk right up to the bird? No, the bird is going to fly away, right? Because the bird is a meek animal. He is afraid of you. And so instead of turning and attacking you, he's going to fly away. How about a lion? Is a lion a meek animal? Can you just walk right up to a lion and it run away from you? No, a lion is not meek. A lion is going to turn and attack you. He's going to defend himself. So there are animals that are meek and there are animals that are not meek. A person can be meek also. If a person is meek, then they're very quiet and they're very shy and they don't say a whole lot, and they're certainly not mean. They're very nice. Okay, so there's the word meek. All right, our next word is the word seek. Seek. To seek means to look for. To look for. Okay, so I know that you have played hide and go seek. When we play hide and go seek, there are two things that you do. The first thing you do is you might be the one to be the hider, like you are running and trying to find a place to hide. Or you are going to be the seeker. If you're the seeker, you're the one that has to go around and look for everyone. So to seek means to look for. This little boy is playing hide and go seek with his friends. His friends are going to go hide, and in a minute, he will have to go and seek them. He will have to find them. Okay, another thing that we can seek, and I do this all the time. I don't know about your mom, but I am always having to seek my car keys. I set those things down in a different spot every day, and I am constantly having to seek my missing keys. I also do it with my cell phone a lot too. I am constantly seeking, where did I put my cell phone? Okay, the next one. Make sure you put seek on your vocabulary paper. You're going to draw a picture and write a sentence. Okay, our next word is peek. Peek. This peek is when you play peekaboo. This little girl is peeking. You can see her fingers are open. She's supposed to be covering her eyes, but she's actually peeking. Okay, so to peek means to sneak a look. You're not supposed to, but you're sneaking a look anyway. You're peeking. Another word that we're going to talk about is the word soak. Soak. Okay, I want you to put this one on your vocabulary paper. Soak. Remember, if you run out of room on the front, you can always turn it over and do 4 more on the back. Okay, the word soak, if I am soaking my clothes, does that mean I throw them in the washer and then let the washer do its thing and I take them out and put them in the dryer? Are they soaking? They're only soaking if they sit in the water for a long time. So here I have a picture of 3 different bowls, and inside those bowls are some beans. And do you know how we fix beans? We have to soak them overnight. So you take the package of beans and you put them in a bowl full of water and you let them soak overnight, which means the beans are going to sit in the water for a very long time. Then we can take them out and cook them. So to soak means to sit in water for a long time. We can soak beans and we can soak our clothing if it has a stain. Like if you have a shirt that has a stain in it, you can soak it for a long time and hopefully that stain will come out. Okay, that's our vocabulary for now. Now I'm going to talk to you about our words that have the k sound in them. If I need to spell the word, let's do peek. I'm going to peek at you. I could hear my EE friends and I put them in the middle and I've got the p at the front. Now I have to make a choice. If I put peek like this at the end, there's a problem with that. The letter C is the right sound, peek. But the problem is letter C is sitting here at the end of the word and his mouth is hanging wide open and all of the flies can get in his mouth. That's just terrible. So if we hear the k sound at the end of the word where his mouth could be wide open and the flies could get in, we want to use another letter for that k sound. Instead, we're going to use the letter K, because the K has these big wide arms and he's going to shoo those flies away. His wide arms are going to wave in the air and he's perfect for the end of the word. So if you hear K at the end of a word, make sure you're using your letter with the big arms instead of the letter with a wide open mouth. Peek. So, like some of the words that we just learned, this word soak. Soak. This says soak, but the flies are going to get in his mouth. So instead, we want to spell it with the K so that the flies have to shoo away. Soak. Okay. Let's look at some of our worksheets that we're going to do in this lesson. Okay, I'm going to have you do worksheet page 57. You're going to take a crayon and you're going to trace the K in all of the kites and then take your pencil and trace the K's and write some on your own. If you're doing this worksheet on your smartphone, you can use any color highlighter to do these, but then I want you to get a thinner pen or marker on the smartphone where you can write and stay inside those lines the right way. Okay, same thing on the back. You're going to trace the K's. You can use a highlighter, the highlighter tool, but I want you to use the pencil tool on your smartphone down here and write me some K's. Okay, this page is page 60. You're going to read the sentence and then you're going to choose the best word that would make sense in the blank, and then you're going to write the word in the blank. That's page 60. All right, and our last worksheet is page 61, right down here, 61. So the first part, you're going to read the sentences and choose yes, it could happen, or no, that would never happen. Yes or no. So you're going to circle yes or you're going to circle no after you've read the sentence. Down here at the bottom, do you need to put a C in the blank or a K in the blank? If I need to make the word leak, leak, the K sound is at the end of the word. If I put a letter C in the blank, all the flies are going to get in his mouth. So I'm going to put the letter K. If I want to put the K sound right here to make the word coat, coat. If I'm using the K sound at the beginning of the word, normally I'm going to use the C. So I'd put the C in the blank. So you're going to finish these, okay? That's page 61. All right. After you finish your worksheets, I want you to read page 36 in your book. I'm going to put a picture of it on the Class Dojo website. It's the one that has a pail with a leak. There's a pail and it is leaking on the floor. I want you to read these sentences, and why don't you choose 2 of them, because we've got a lot of worksheets, so just choose 2 of them to draw a picture of so that you can show your parents or your aunt or whoever's helping you. You can show them that you know what the sentence is talking about. All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope you're staying safe.